I never expected to hear this from Mira. The pyramids are not what you think. They were never meant to be tombs. That was the first sentence that echoed in my mind during deep light contact meditation. It wasn't just a message, it was a recall. I was being shown something I was once a part of. The Pleiadian High Council said the pyramids will awaken soon, and when they do, nothing on Earth will stay hidden. This transmission is not a theory, it's a memory, a cosmic update. And now, you will feel it too. The stone will speak, the geometry will pulse, and your soul will remember. You were never meant to forget, Mira said, her voice weaving through my consciousness like silk made of stars. The pyramids are not tombs, they are ignition points. That night, I was shown something I can never unsee. I stood before the Great Pyramid, not in ruins, but alive. It was pulsing, radiant with blue light, resonating with the sound of the Earth's heartbeat. The walls weren't worn down by time, they shimmered like gold dust, and standing before it, I felt a strange thing. The stones were breathing. Each block, Mira explained, was encoded with frequency. The original builders wove the fabric of sound into matter. That is how the pyramid stands, unshaken by earthquakes, untarnished by time. It is not just a building, it is a musical instrument that tunes the earth. In the coming months, she told me, people will start dreaming about pyramids more than ever before, not because they're curious, but because their soul memory is reawakening. They will see it in art, in visions, even in numbers. The pyramid will call them, she said. But there's more. A group of scientists, unknown to the public, will soon announce that the resonance inside the king's chamber matches the vibrational frequency of the human heart under emotional ecstasy. That's not an accident. The true purpose of the pyramid, Mira revealed, was to open the soul, to awaken it from the third-dimensional slumber. The priests were not praying. They were tuning frequencies to open portals to divine realms. I asked her, why now? Her answer stunned me. Because the grid is reactivating, and those who are called will remember their roles. The builders were not from one planet. They were from many, Lyrans, Syrians, Pleiadians, and some of you were among them. This isn't fiction. This is disclosure, through feeling, through memory. So if you've been obsessed with pyramids lately, you're not crazy. You're waking up. They're not just structures, Mira whispered. They are blueprints. That sentence burned into my mind as I was guided through an astral vision of the Giza Plateau. But this time, the sand wasn't covering anything. Everything was exposed. And then it appeared, a holographic overlay above the pyramid, a massive geometric blueprint spinning slowly in the air like a crystalline flower, each point of light connected to a star, Sirius, Alcyone, Vega, Andromeda. You're looking at the celestial mirror, she told me. Each pyramid is an anchor point for star data, real, living information. The builders created them as access terminals for interdimensional contact. I asked, but why can't we see that now? Mira answered, because humanity fell asleep and the keys were hidden inside your DNA. She showed me how the chambers align with the human energy body, how the layout mirrors the chakra system. The Queen's chamber connects to the heart chakra. The shafts are not for air, they are for light and sound transmission. All of it was left as a celestial diagram, waiting for the right frequency to unlock it. And here's the part you need to know. In the coming year, solar flares will interact with Earth's magnetic field in ways science has never seen before. These flares will pulse light codes that will start illuminating glyphs, yes, literal engravings, hidden deep in the stones of the pyramid walls. But only those tuned in will see them. Meditate with pyramid geometry, she instructed. Not from the mind, but from the heart. Let the codes reveal themselves. And suddenly, it made sense why ancient civilizations across the world, from Mexico to Egypt to China, built the same pyramid structures. They weren't copying each other. They were receiving the same blueprint. So when you see the pyramid, understand it is not a monument. It is a map, and it's about to unfold in you. They were built with light, and they will awaken with light. I didn't know what she meant at first, until I saw it. I was shown the pyramid's apex, the tip where everything converges, and right there, suspended in an unseen chamber above the Great Pyramid's peak, was a glowing sphere. It wasn't physical, it was photonic, pure light held in form. "This is the light core," Mira said. "It was installed by the builders to act as a receiver, not just from the sun, but from the central galactic sun. In the future, as solar activity increases, this light core will begin responding. It will refract beams invisible to the human eye, but deeply felt by the soul. This activation will trigger a resonance field, sending waves across the Earth's energetic grid. Your planet will begin humming again," she told me. And it's not just theoretical. Already strange, low-frequency hums are being recorded near the pyramids. People will dismiss it at first, but soon, the light technology hidden within the pyramid will reveal itself through phenomena like electromagnetic shifts, gravity anomalies, and glowing orbs seen above the apex. I was shown people standing around the pyramid, each holding crystals, chanting harmonic tones, and when their voices aligned, the pyramid pulsed, the light sphere came alive. I realized then, it was built to respond to our consciousness. That was the missing piece. "You are not separate from the technology," she reminded me. "The pyramid needs your light to unlock its own." So what does this mean for you? Simple. Start working with light. Visualize golden spheres above your head, above sacred sites, above the places you feel drawn to. The more we focus light into the ancient structures, the more they will respond. The pyramid will not just activate itself, it will activate with you. I once asked, "Who really built the pyramids?" And Mira answered with silence. Then, suddenly, I saw them, beings of radiant form, taller than any man, with elongated skulls and luminous eyes. Some had skin like obsidian, others shimmered like moonlight. They were not of this earth. "They came together," she said, "in harmony, Lyran architects, Syrian engineers, Pleiadian coders, and earth shamans. They didn't use cranes, they didn't use slave labor, they used sound, frequency, intention. The stones were floated, not lifted. They sang the blocks into position. Every chant was a calculation, every gesture was sacred geometry. You will soon uncover evidence that proves this," she said. "And yes, in the coming years, archaeologists will discover bones and artifacts that defy all known human ancestry timelines. They'll try to suppress it, but the energy won't let them, because you will feel it. You will begin having memories, not of this life, but of being part of the teams who built them. You will recognize faces you've never seen. You will walk past stone structures and feel an ache in your soul. That's not imagination, that's recall." Mira told me, "The pyramids were part of a galactic agreement, a promise made to Earth that when the time came, the grid would rise again. And only those with soul lineage in that mission will activate it. And here's the truth. Not all humans were left in the dark. There are secret orders who have kept fragments of this knowledge for centuries, but their time is ending. Now it's yours. So when someone says, 'Humans built the pyramids with ropes and brute strength,' smile, because soon the Earth will remember what her stones already know. You're standing on a sleeping dragon," Mira said softly, "and the pyramid is the key that will awaken it." I didn't fully grasp what she meant until I saw a vision so vivid, I gasped. A golden grid, glowing and alive, stretched across the earth like a celestial web, each line intersected with precision, and at every major point of intersection, a pyramid stood. Egypt, Mexico, Sudan, China, Bosnia, even underwater. Yes, there are pyramids beneath the ocean waves. "These are the nodal points," she explained. "When activated, this global energy network will surge with life force." I watched as one pyramid lit up, and immediately a pulse shot through the line to another. It was like veins receiving blood for the first time in ages. The earth itself began to glow from within. But here's the astonishing part. The codes are not physical, they are vibrational. These codes, Mira said, exist in sound, in emotion, in consciousness. That's why when a person with awakened heart energy stands near the pyramid and feels deep gratitude or awe or pure love, the pyramid reacts. It unlocks codes stored in the crystalline minerals within its structure, and that code travels the planetary grid. You will see this happen soon, she told me. In 2025, a major solar event will coincide with a planetary alignment, and during this alignment, people will witness strange phenomena around the pyramids: sky flashes, glowing ground, even shifts in magnetic field readings. Don't fear it, she warned. It's the grid coming back online, and this grid will begin to awaken certain individuals, those whose soul contracts were tied to ancient earth-keeping roles. They will feel a sudden surge of purpose. Some will hear tones. Others will be drawn to specific places on the earth, even if they've never been there before. So the next time you feel like visiting an ancient site for no apparent reason, listen. The grid may be calling you, because your energy might be the final code that activates that node. It starts small, a song, a symbol, a word, and suddenly you find yourself Googling images of pyramids, reading about pharaohs, dreaming about golden temples. Mira told me, this pull you will feel toward Egypt, it's not curiosity, it's remembrance. I was skeptical, honestly, until I began hearing the name Ra whispered in dreams, until my hands started tracing ankhs in the air without realizing, until I cried watching a documentary on the Nile, without knowing why. You were there, she said, and now your soul is waking up. In the coming months, more people will report this phenomenon. Strangers who have no prior interest in ancient civilizations will begin obsessing over hieroglyphs, desert landscapes, and lost knowledge. They'll feel homesick for a place they've never been. But that's not all. You will be drawn to sounds, she told me, especially tonal chanting, bowls, or ancient languages. These carry frequencies that once opened the pyramid gates. Your body will respond. Some will feel tingles along the spine when looking at Egyptian art. Others will cry uncontrollably in museums. Some will have out-of-body experiences during sleep, visiting chambers beneath the sand that haven't been unearthed yet. These memories will rise in you like buried treasure, Mira said. Don't resist them. And soon, more spiritual travelers will make their way to Egypt, not just as tourists, but as key holders. Their very presence on the land, their breath, their vibration, it will stir something ancient beneath the sand. You will remember rituals you never studied, she said. You will walk into temples and know where to stand. So if Egypt begins calling to you, answer. It's not history. It's your soul's GPS reactivating. There will be a moment soon when Earth's sky turns electric, solar flares, cosmic rays, plasma bursts. These events are not just atmospheric, they're spiritual catalysts, and the pyramids are going to respond. Mira showed me a scene that still haunts me in the most beautiful way. The stars aligned. A magnetic pulse flowed from the galactic center, streaming toward Earth. And as it touched the apex of the Great Pyramid, everything changed. The capstone lit up, literally. A beam of ultraviolet blue energy burst into the sky, pulsing with sacred rhythm. People nearby fell to their knees, overwhelmed with peace. The pyramids, Mira said, are antennas, cosmic receivers, and in 2025, a solar wave will trigger their dormant light signatures. This isn't fantasy. Scientists have already observed strange gamma spikes and electric anomalies near ancient sites, but they don't know what to look for spiritually. You do. When this frequency shift happens, you'll feel dizzy, emotional, even disoriented. It won't be illness. It'll be recalibration. The pyramid energy field will expand miles beyond its base, affecting those in alignment with its purpose. And here's what shocked me. People across the globe, thousands of miles from Egypt, will feel it. Lightworkers in Peru, Starseeds in Japan, dreamers in New York. Because the pyramids are connected through that planetary grid, this frequency wave, Mira said, will act like a tuning fork. And souls aligned to the ascension timeline will harmonize instantly. You'll feel like a switch just flipped. Suddenly, your manifestations will accelerate. Your spiritual gifts will expand. Your intuition will skyrocket. And you'll know the pyramids have awakened, not through excavation, but through vibration. Mankind's timeline is wrong, Mira stated bluntly, and soon proof will be undeniable. I asked what she meant, and that's when I saw it. A vision beneath the Giza Plateau, a sealed chamber, walls covered in living hieroglyphs, glowing, not painted. Inside, a long object wrapped in crystal-like threads, humming softly. "You will uncover this," she said. "Not just you, but those who are guided to dig. And when it happens, it will cause global uproar. New chambers beneath the pyramids will be discovered, not by accident, but by cosmic timing, and they will contain items and texts that predate known civilizations by tens of thousands of years. There will be tools made of unknown materials, star charts that include galaxies not visible with modern telescopes, and biological evidence of non-human DNA. This will be the start of disclosure," she whispered, "not from governments, but from the Earth herself. You will see it begin in 2025. A mainstream media report will casually mention a new room discovered through muon tomography scanning. At first, it will sound unimportant, but alternative researchers will dig deeper. They will find anomalies, symbols, objects that shouldn't exist. Some will panic, others will rejoice, but you will remember. Because this moment was written into your soul contract. You came here to witness the collapse of false history, to help others process the truth without fear. Truth does not destroy, Mira said, it liberates. So prepare, because very soon what lies beneath the pyramid will rise to the surface, and the story you were told will shatter. Why do you think they covered it all up? Mira asked me. Because when the truth about the pyramids is revealed, the system collapses. That moment struck me like thunder in my chest. The elites, the hidden rulers behind governments, corporations, religions, they've always known something we didn't. They've guarded the pyramid secrets not because they were confused by them, but because they feared what those secrets would unlock: sovereignty. Mira showed me ancient councils, both human and non-human, who tried to warn humanity. But they were silenced, their texts burned, their tombs desecrated. The pyramids weren't just covered in sand, they were covered in lies. But now, the time they feared is arriving. Soon, the pyramids will reveal energy signatures that can no longer be denied. Scientists will observe electromagnetic anomalies that fluctuate based on human emotion around the structures. That will change everything, because it proves we're not passive observers, we're co-creators. This is what they fear most, Mira said, that humanity will remember its divine technology, its God code. I saw a vision of people standing barefoot around the pyramid. They weren't priests or tourists, they were everyday souls. Healers, artists, rebels, channeling frequencies directly from the Earth's crystalline core. The pyramid glowed in response. When the masses realized that the pyramid was never about death, but about activation, everything the elite built will lose its grip. They've built empires on separation, but the pyramid reveals connection. They've built religions around worship, but the pyramid reveals you are the light. And so they will try to distract you through news, fear, war, entertainment. They will try to bury your curiosity with chaos, but the pull will be too strong. You will wake up one morning and know something has shifted, and you'll feel an urge to speak truth, to seek knowledge, to trust your intuition. That's when you'll realize the pyramid wasn't just built for the past. It was built for this moment, and no power on earth can stop what's coming. There's a reason your heart races near sacred sites, Mira told me. Your DNA recognizes the signal. I remember when I first visited a lesser-known pyramid in Mexico. As I placed my palm on the sun-baked stone, my whole body vibrated. Not just emotionally, physically. My cells felt awake, like something ancient had been waiting inside me all this time. "You just activated a dormant code," she said. "In 2025, as Earth's magnetosphere becomes more porous to solar light, the areas around pyramid sites will experience strange phenomena, increased ionization, plasma discharges, and bioelectrical reactions. But what no scientist will be able to explain is this: people will begin to change." Mira showed me people who couldn't explain why they suddenly felt younger, lighter, more clear-headed after visiting a pyramid. Some will report vivid dreams. Others will begin speaking unknown languages in sleep. A few will develop intuitive abilities overnight, clairvoyance, telepathy, even healing touch. This isn't science fiction. It's divine biology. The pyramids were placed along Earth's ley lines, the energy meridians of the planet, for a reason. These points pulse with cosmic energy, and when the right solar frequencies pass through them, they interact with your light body. "You are not upgrading by chance," Mira said. "You are evolving by design. And it's already begun. Reports are surfacing about spontaneous healings, spiritual awakenings, and DNA anomalies near sacred sites. But the medical world doesn't know where to file them, so they label it a mystery. But you'll know exactly what's happening. Your body is remembering its starseed lineage. Your DNA is waking up from a long planetary dream, and it's doing it in harmony with the pyramids, because those stones were coded to respond to you. So if you feel the urge to visit one, listen. Because the moment your feet touch that sacred ground, your entire being will begin to transform." "You think they're gone?" Mira asked. "Number, the builders still speak." And then she showed me something beyond imagination. Inside the king's chamber, at midnight in my vision, I heard a low hum, like a whisper wrapped in thunder. The walls weren't echoing my voice, they were replaying memories. The stone was alive. "The builders encoded messages into the frequency of the chamber," she said, "and those who listen from the heart will hear them. In the near future, sound engineers and metaphysicists will record strange audio anomalies in pyramid chambers, voices, melodies, tones not created by humans. At first, it'll be brushed off as background noise, but the truth is far greater. These are time-locked transmissions, left by those who constructed the pyramids long ago. Pleiadians, Lyrans, Atlanteans. Their words were sung into the stone, not to be heard by their generation, but by yours. You'll hear them not through ears, but through inner knowing." Mira said many souls incarnated now are actually members of those ancient builder races, and when you stand in those sacred rooms, you'll receive direct memories, instructions, activations. "They are you," she whispered. "You are them." I met a woman recently who burst into tears while humming near a small pyramid in Peru. She didn't know why, but the song, later identified by a musicologist, matched harmonic scales used in pre-Sumerian ceremonies never taught to her. This will happen more. People will begin to hum ancient songs, draw unfamiliar symbols, speak in tongues that no modern culture recognizes, because the builders are reaching out through the stones, not from a spaceship, but from within you. So the next time you're near a pyramid and feel the urge to speak, to sing, to cry, don't silence it. That's not you going crazy. That's you remembering your voice. "The sky will speak," Mira told me, "and the pyramids will listen." I saw it vividly, a powerful solar flare bursting from the sun, traveling across the solar system and striking Earth's atmosphere with shimmering auroras. But then something strange happened. Beams of golden light spiraled down and landed directly on the pyramid apexes. "This is no accident," she said. "They were built to receive solar codes. In 2025, a rare solar event will align with sacred geometry encoded in the Earth's grid. On that day, cameras will capture light beams forming geometric patterns over the pyramids, triangles, hexagons, even spirals of golden plasma. Skeptics will claim it's lens flare, but those attuned will feel it in their bodies. The apexes, the pointed tops of pyramids, were designed to act as receivers. They collect solar data, which is then distributed into the grid. This activates not only the Earth's energetic system, but the biofield of humanity." You are part of the system, Mira said. You are not separate from it. This is why so many lightworkers feel intense emotions during solar storms. It's not random. You're reacting to the same energy the pyramids are pulling in. But here's what's new. In the upcoming alignment, the effect will be visible. Tourists will photograph symmetrical rays aligning with pyramid points. Some will witness floating orbs. A few might even faint or collapse, overwhelmed by the influx of light. Don't be afraid. You're witnessing the Earth's spiritual technology turning back on. This alignment will be a marker, a cosmic bell ringing across time and space that the activation has begun. From that point on, the energy will continue rising. And so will you. If you feel called to meditate during solar storms, do it. If you feel guided to pyramid-shaped crystals or structures, follow it. You're tuning into a massive cosmic download meant to awaken your divine memory. Because the sky isn't just lighting the pyramid, it's lighting you. They've been visiting you at night, Mira said calmly, but not with faces, with forms. I didn't understand at first, until I started waking up at 3:33 a.m. with vivid shapes in my mind. Pyramids, tetrahedrons, golden spirals rotating over endless desert sands. I wasn't dreaming random images. I was receiving instructions. Mira explained that dreams are the soul's original navigation tool. Long before smartphones and maps, ancient builders used dream states to download sacred geometries from higher dimensions. And now, those same codes are being sent again. You will begin to dream of places you've never seen, but feel strangely familiar, she said. In 2025, more people will start experiencing these dreams. Some will wake up drawing shapes they can't identify. Others will sketch pyramid complexes they've never studied. A few will even write in languages they've never learned. Don't ignore these dreams. They're not symbols, they're reminders. I met a man last month who had never left his village in Brazil. One night he dreamt of standing inside a glowing pyramid in the desert, humming a tone. When he searched online, he found the exact chamber, an inner room of the bent pyramid in Egypt. He wept. These shapes are memories returning to the conscious mind, Mira said. The geometries will unlock portals in your own energy field. You'll notice a new connection with mandalas, flower of life patterns, and sacred diagrams. You may even feel compelled to build something, a structure, a design, a pattern you don't understand intellectually, but can't resist spiritually. That's not coincidence, that's alignment. Because the pyramid builders didn't design with rulers, they designed with vision. They pulled blueprints straight from higher realms into Earth's stone. And now, you will begin to do the same in your sleep. So when your dreams shift, when geometry becomes a language, write it down, because the map to your mission is already unfolding inside you. The stone is solid, Mira whispered, but the energy is not. She showed me something that stopped my breath. Beneath the Great Pyramid, a man stepped through what looked like a normal wall, but when he touched it, the surface rippled like water, and he vanished. Seconds later, he was standing in a lush, violet-lit realm surrounded by shimmering beings. "What did I just see?" I asked. "You saw the true purpose," she said. "The pyramids are portals. These aren't metaphors or poetic symbols. They are literal interdimensional gateways created through geometry, sound, and magnetism. The apex and chamber alignments channel enough energetic frequency to fold space-time if the right consciousness is present." Mira explained that in the coming years, sensitive individuals, those holding specific DNA activations, will begin disappearing temporarily during meditations near pyramids. Some will reappear minutes later, disoriented but awakened. Others will return with memories of parallel Earths. "Time doesn't behave the same inside a portal," she said, "and the pyramids were built to bend it. Even now, rumors circulate of military experiments near pyramid sites, watches malfunctioning, light bending, footsteps echoing without sound. But they won't speak publicly yet. However, you will know, because you will feel the pull. It will begin with dreams, with time distortions, déjà vu, or moments when the air around you feels thin. Then, if you allow it, you will be shown how to open the doorway, not physically, but through vibration. Meditate with the pyramid's apex in your mind's eye, Mira instructed. Align your breath to the Earth's heartbeat. The threshold will appear. I now understand that the pyramid isn't just a structure, it's a vehicle, not for moving across space, but for shifting within dimensions. And one day soon, when you're ready, you will step through. Seraphin, Mira said gently, you didn't just discover this, you're remembering it. I froze. All this time, I thought I was learning new information, when in fact, I was retrieving old memory. And so will you. In the very near future, something strange will begin happening across the world. People from all walks of life, scientists, mystics, children, will start saying the same thing. I feel like I was there when the pyramids were built. They won't be wrong. Mira told me that thousands of starseeds incarnated now were involved in the original construction, some as architects, some as sounders, those who used harmonics to levitate stone, others as frequency anchors holding emotional energy to stabilize the portal fields. You will feel the call, she said, and you will know you have returned. The memories may come in flashes, touching a crystal, hearing a certain word, standing near a triangular rock formation and feeling waves of emotion. One woman I met swore she built the inner tunnel of the Nubian pyramid. Her hands trembled when she touched a stone. A child in Australia dreams nightly of placing a golden disc inside a capstone. A man in Japan draws symbols that match pre-dynastic Egypt without ever being taught. These are not coincidences. These are calls to activation. When you begin to feel this connection, don't dismiss it. You're not fantasizing. You're being awakened by the Earth herself. Mira told me the Pyramid Project was never just about Earth. It was a galactic symphony, a contract, and those who came to install it also promised to return when it was time to activate it again. That time is now. You are not separate from the stones. You are part of the design. So as the grids light up, as the portals stir, and as the pyramids sing again, don't just watch. Remember who you are.